If you want to gain weight, the one thing that you should do is go on a diet. Great question. Eat less and move more. It's so much more complicated than that.
What's something you wish more people understood about health and weight loss?
Ooh. Hi, I'm Araminta. I'm a nutritionist and a health coach manager at Second Nature.
Hey, I'm Robbie. I'm a registered nutritionist and researcher at Second Nature. Araminta, thank you so much for joining us. I think it'd be great to start with just to describe what you do at Second Nature.
Sure. So I'm a health coach manager and I'm also a nutritionist. So I coach some groups myself. I coach our NHS diabetes prevention programme, also our local weight management programme. Then I manage a team of health coaches. So I have 13 health coaches at the moment who I help support in their role at Second Nature, who are also coaching our members.
Amazing. And with the coaching you described there, you're coaching some NHS members and things like that. What does that look like day to day? Like, how does the coaching work? Is it through the app? Like, what does that look like for the members?
Yep, so it's through an app and it's a completely digital program. So it's a behaviour change program, but it's a really holistic one. So we're not only focusing on nutrition, we're focusing on sleep, stress, emotional eating, and all sorts of other things as well.
Amazing. And what is it about Second Nature's approach that makes it unique, do you think?
So I think Second Nature is really unique because it's all about balance. So we really meet people where they're at as well. We really try to understand what's the most important thing to them that they can change today, that's realistic, that's sustainable, that's going to fit around their lifestyle as well.
Super interesting. So you mentioned there, like, what is the most important thing to them? And obviously, like traditional diets, and we'll talk about those in a minute, but they often just say, like, do this, do that, right? So when you are coaching people in the first few weeks and you say to them, like, well, what's the most important thing to you? How do they respond to that? Like, are they shocked? Are they surprised you're not telling them what to do? Like, how do they generally respond to the first few weeks with you?
Generally, they're quite surprised because they are so used to being told, just do this one thing and then you'll lose X amount of weight. But as we both know, that kind of messaging really doesn't work because it's so, everyone is so unique and everyone's weight loss journey is going to be so personal to them. It's about what really fits into their lifestyle and is something that they find enjoyable as well. That's the key to long-term sustained weight loss. Finding something that's realistic to them, important to them, and sustainable in the long run.
That makes sense. And what do you think is the most common misconception when it comes to weight loss?
Great question. So eat less and move more. And it's just so much more complicated than that. So food is really emotional. We learn from a really young age to associate certain foods with certain emotions, for example. We carry that through to our adult life, but it's actually really not a very good kind of technique for helping us in the long run. So that's where Second Nature is so different, and we bring in the behaviour change aspect of the programme as well. We really support people in making healthy, sustainable changes.
That makes sense. And you mentioned the connection there between we develop from a young age and we're conditioned to connect emotions with food. What are the most common patterns you see?
Black and white thinking is a really key one that I see quite often, and a lot of emotional eating, so people feeling upset or stressed and then reaching for a sugary snack or something that they know isn't necessarily going to help them in the long run, but it's going to make them feel much better in the moment.
That makes sense. And why do you think that, because you talked a lot about, the behaviour change aspects of our programme and why Second Nature is different, but why do you think that diets are destined to fail?
So I heard this the other day. If you want to gain weight, the one thing that you should do is go on a diet. They just don't work. They're not sustainable. You often restrict, then you have really low energy, low mood, you're a bit miserable. Then that makes you feel really sad, and then you're more likely to comfort eat, and you just get yourself into a really bad cycle of restricting, feeling terrible, wanting to eat to soothe yourself, and then the cycle repeats over and over again.
So actually, it's not so much about the physical restriction as it is about the psychological restriction. So it sounds quite damaging to human psychology to go through these cycles of dieting. Would you agree?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And people who do yo-yo diet over and over again actually end up heavier in the long run because it's just so bad for your body to keep doing that.
Makes sense, makes sense. And why is a holistic approach to weight loss important?
Because it's just so much more than just what you eat. It's about your exercise, it's about your sleep, about your stress levels, and it's, yeah, just so much more than just nutrition.
And what does sustainable weight loss look like? You talked about sustainable weight loss earlier, but what does it look like on an individual level?
So losing weight quite slowly. It's not very exciting to lose weight slowly, but what that actually shows is that you're building the healthy habits that are going to carry you through and make you able to sustain that weight loss. So it's losing around maybe a pound a week or so. So it is really slow and gentle. And sustainable weight loss is making sure to lose the weight, but also keep it off as well.
Makes sense. And obviously, like a lot of our members are joining from, years and years of diets and restriction, losing weight, regaining it, and they're used to offers and promises of quick fixes and losing weight fast and losing weight quickly and dramatic changes. So how do they respond to your coaching in the first few weeks when you're saying our approach is different and we want you to lose weight slowly? Did they find that challenging to change their mindsets around that?
Definitely. And another thing that they find most challenging, which we really believe in here at Second Nature, is full fat products. So people, and I think it comes a lot from the media, have been scaremongered into thinking that if they have full fat products, then they're going to gain weight. But what actually happens is the low fat products tend to have a lot more sugar in them. So although you're taking out the fat, you're adding back in sugars and carbohydrates. And you feel like you're restricting, you don't feel as satisfied, you get hungry again a lot quicker. So full fat products all the way. And that's something that makes Second Nature so different as well. And something that they are very surprised by.
That makes sense because it's that kind of, obviously fat per gram is more dense in calories, so you're eating more calories technically, but actually because of the biological effects that fat has on our hunger levels and our reward systems, we actually feel more satisfied when fat is in our meals, and we actually eat less overall, which I think that's a bit of a challenge for people to take on, right? Particularly in the first few weeks, for sure. Brilliant. Last few questions, but we talked a lot about the ethos of Second Nature and our behaviour change approach, like integrating psychology into the practical day-to-day stuff. But what can people expect in the first month after they join?
So they can expect scales, they can expect a recipe book, they can expect daily coaching from our registered nutritionists or dietitian health coaches. They have a daily article that they can read every single day. There's a private chat that you can chat to your health coach in. And there's also a group chat, which is a really supportive environment. And you're in groups with people who are sharing similar characteristics. So you might all have pre-diabetes or you might all be trying to manage your weight.
That makes sense. And what is it about the group side of things, the group support? Why is that beneficial for people on the programme, do you think?
I think it's really helpful to know that they're not alone and they're not the only person that struggles with a particular thing. And what I do often see in my groups is that one person opens up and is so transparent, another person has such an encouraging message, that there's just so much support in that group.
And final question, what's something you wish more people understood about health and weight loss?
Ooh, that it's not about a quick fix. Health and weight loss and sustainable weight loss is a journey and it's a lifestyle. It's not about losing weight for a certain event. It's about how to live healthily for the rest of your life, basically.
That makes sense. Losing weight forever, not quickly.
Exactly,
100%.
yeah.
I stole that from Grace.
Nice.
I think it's such a good line. I said last question, but I want to ask one more. You've been with Second Nature over a year now, and what is your favourite thing about working here?
It has to be the people, genuinely. Being surrounded by like-minded people. Everyone is so positive and motivating and enthusiastic, all about the same thing as well, about improving people's lives and how we can support people who are having these complicated health issues and get them to a place of good health.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's rare to be, we've helped over 300,000 people now, which is mad to think. And I think when so many people are aligned to the same drive and mission to help more, it makes every day like pretty exciting, doesn't it? So, yeah.
Absolutely. Such valuable work that we're all doing together.
Amazing. Thank you. Cheers. All right. Nice job. Nice job, Minty.
Yeah, I want all the bloopers as well. They're the funniest part.
100%.